Well, we've got The Rock playing The Rock yet again, but this time at Christmas? Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to give you my review of the latest action comedy starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Chris Evans, Red 1. But before we get started, you know exactly what to do. At the end of the video, if you think I've earned it, please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. Now let's get into it. Is this a holiday classic in the making, or another forgettable globetrotting action comedy? Santa Claus, a ripped Santa Claus, played by J.K. Simmons, gets kidnapped. And it's up to his head of security, Callum Drift, played by, you guessed it, The Rock, to save him. To do that, he enlists the help of a level 4 naughty lister, a sleazy bounty hunter played by Chris Evans, Jack O'Malley. What follows will be a globe-trotting adventure filled with action, comedy, and a few thrills here and there. Now, I'm sure you've already seen the chatter online about this one. People calling it the worst movie of the year, a testosterone-fueled, over-CGI'd action movie where The Rock plays himself yet again, Chris Evans is a sarcastic jerk, and the film drags you through one forgettable set piece after another with mediocre CGI. And yeah, a lot of that criticism is valid, but here's the thing. I didn't hate this movie. It wasn't really a painful experience or anything. So let's start off with the positives, because surprisingly there was quite a few here. The first of which being that the beginning of Red 1 actually feels like a genuine Christmas movie. Callum Drift and Santa, or Red as they call him, have this really nice relationship, and I enjoyed their conversation in the beginning about how it seems like the Christmas magic is fading from the world and how the adults are the problem nowadays. It's surprisingly heartfelt and even dips into some solid world building regarding the North Pole and Santa's whole operation. Even Jack O'Malley's backstory and introduction felt like they belonged in a 90s or 80s nostalgic Christmas flick. But then the plot kicks off. And, well, the Christmas magic gets stuffed into a sack and left behind in favor of yet another globe-trotting action movie led by The Rock. And normally, I don't really mind that. I like The Rock. He's my wife's favorite actor, and I don't mind any of the movies that we watch him in, especially in the Jumanji movies. I think those are two of his best performances. But here, unfortunately, I think this is one of the weakest performances he's ever had. It really feels like he's coasting, and like he doesn't really have any energy, and it really drags down the charm and the comedy.
You can't trust this guy. He's on the list. You don't mean yes, that list.
On the flip side, Chris Evans actually injects some charisma into this film. Jack starts off as a self-centered jerk, pretty much the kind of guy that you expect Evans to really crush, especially after seeing him in Knives Out. But as the film progresses, he gets a little bit more depth, especially when they introduce his son, and Evans puts in a lot of solid effort to make Jack a very engaging character.
There's worse ways to go out than trying to save Santa Claus.
He's not groundbreaking, but at least he's even trying, which is more than what I can say for The Rock here. Now let's talk about the villain, Kiernan Shipka. Honestly, she might be the MVP of this movie. She's the only one that seems to remember that this is a Christmas movie, playing up her role with an over-the-top 90s style energy that I think actually works. And her character also brings in some darker, horror-inspired moments, like when Callum and Jack end up at Krampus's castle, that felt refreshingly different, even if they don't last very long. There's also the movie's message, which is about as standard as Christmas movie messages come, all about rekindling the magic of the season and repairing estranged family relationships. Yeah, you've seen it 100 times before, but I thought it was handled very sweetly here, especially in regards to Jack and his relationship with his son. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it works well enough to give the movie a little bit of emotional weight. Unfortunately though, the rest of this movie is wrapped with such generic packaging that you'd probably forget about it the second you walk out of the theater. I saw it just a couple days ago and I'm already struggling to remember most of it. The CGI heavy, mediocre CGI, let me add. Action set pieces all tend to blur together. I would say that the humor is very hit or miss, but it's honestly more miss than hit.
You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you?
It's not how it works. Come on.
I think I maybe chuckled and smiled like 4 or 5 times throughout this 2 hours, which was too long of a runtime, by the way. And the pacing drags in places where it really shouldn't, especially when the movie slows down to give The Rock and Chris Evans time to bond. And it just doesn't really work all that well when you have Chris Evans putting in all of his charm and charisma and The Rock's just kind of doing his stoic badass guy thing. So, is Red 1 one of the worst movies of the year? Honestly, no. But is it a really good Christmas classic? Not really. Somewhere in the middle of those two. Should you rush to the theater to see it? Probably not. But if you've got a theater membership or you want to catch a matinee, you can go check it out. But with the way this one's flopping, it'll probably hit digital by Christmas, which is fine. Nothing offensive, nothing remarkable, just a light and very safe action comedy. Save it for a day when you're decorating the tree or wrapping presents and throw it on in the background. It's not going to blow you away, but it won't feel like a complete waste of time either. And that's my review of Red 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. I said it earlier. Please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. While you're at it, you can scroll down the description below, find the links to my socials, leave a comment, let me know if you saw this movie and what you thought. And if you want more of my content, you can click or tap on these cards right here. I'll take you to my review of Heretic, or just over to my channel where you can check out the rest of my reviews and my shorts. Thanks for watching, everybody, and you know what's coming next? It's Glicked, baby. Next week I'm reviewing Gladiator 2. The week after is going to be Wicked.